If you live in the beautiful Crestmoor, Hilltop, or surrounding neighborhoods, then this video on the spring and early summer season housing market update is for you.
A common question we hear is, what's the housing market like in Crestmoor and Hilltop? Here you'll learn about the trends and numbers as we observe a shift from what we were seeing back in 2022 compared to this year.
As we've officially passed the midway point in 2023, there is one word to tell the story of the first half of 2023 in the housing market: unpredictable.
Yes, that's right. Right now, interest rates for a 30-year fixed mortgage are between 7 and 7.5%. That is 1 to 1.5% higher than the same time last year, and close to a full point higher than what we were experiencing in the first 3 months of 2023.
In just a minute, we'll explore how rising interest rates have impacted the neighborhoods of Crestmoor and Hilltop compared to the overall Denver market.
Oh, and before we continue, a very quick note about us. I'm Zach.
And I'm Kathy. We're local real estate advisors here in Denver. In fact, I'm a resident of Crestmoor. We're committed to bringing you updates every season of the year. The spring and early summer market tend to be the most active season of the year, and 2023 is no exception.
If you'd like to book a time to talk about the housing market and how it impacts you, just click on the link below or email us at info@nelsonteam.com.
Okay, well, let's move on and dive into how Crestmoor and Hilltop fared versus the rest of the Denver metro area on some key metrics between the second quarter 2022 and the second quarter of 2023.
In Crestmoor and Hilltop, the average sales price in the second quarter of 2022 was just over $2.28 million, while the second quarter of 2023 clocked in at just over $1.9 million. That is a 16% decrease, which is a big number, we understand that, especially when you compare that to the overall Denver market at a 2% decrease in that same time period. Hang with us, we'll talk about this in a bit more detail and hopefully settle your concerns.
In Crestmoor and Hilltop, days on the market have gone up from 8 days last year to 25 days in the second quarter of 2023. In the Denver area, days on market increased from 11 to 22 days, so we're in alignment with the overall market.
In Crestmoor and Hilltop, there was a 5% increase in sold properties year over year. This is counter to the overall Denver market, which experienced a 25% decrease in sold properties during this same time period. Very interesting to note, activity has actually outperformed Metro Denver.
In our first quarter Crestmoor Hilltop video, we noted a large number of pending sales at that time, which translated to increase in sales. It's clear the buyer demand is still there.
Okay, so the elephant in the room. Well, that's seeing the average sales price in Crestmoor and Hilltop being down 16% from this same time period last year. Okay, how can that be?
Well, in 2022, we saw more higher dollar homes selling, especially in the $2 to $4 million range, with one selling at $8 million.
Yeah, and in 2023, we've seen a higher percentage of sales around the $1.6 million and below range, with most of these being smaller homes in overall square footage.
In 2022, home sellers were riding the wave of the peak of the previous market, when home prices were at their all-time high.
Now in 2023, we're seeing more people in the larger and higher price point homes staying put and not selling. Interest rate sensitivity is a big reason for this.
One final piece to note: list to sale price ratio. This is the percentage a home sells for over or under the list price. In the second quarter of 2022, the ratio was 105%. 2023, 97%.
How does that translate for you? Well, for any of you who are soon to be home sellers, it comes down to strategy around pricing, staging, and home presentation. When we help counsel our home sellers in these categories, we outperform the overall market.
In the spring of 2022, any property in any condition and location would sell for a high price with multiple offers. Contrast that to today. Buyers are significantly more picky and have a stronger desire to negotiate. Right now, more than ever, strategy matters. Whether you're thinking about selling your primary residence or investment property, we can provide that customized strategy just for you.
In our next seasonal housing market update video in October, we'll continue to track how interest rates and other factors affect home prices and activity in Crestmoor and Hilltop.
Remember to click on the link to access our calendar link and set up a time to talk about your real estate needs.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you soon for our third quarter housing market update.
Bye-bye.